We found out of some amazing news that will make everyone in the Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA communities happy. You are the ones receiving this announcement, so get ready to get not one, but two sizable payments. The $1,900 initial installment is accompanied by a $3,000 incentive, which adds even more excitement to the deal. It's more satisfying than winning the lottery because it's genuine. Are you unsure of your eligibility? Don't worry, we'll explain everything to you so you can determine who is eligible for these substantial payouts. We have the information you require, regardless of whether you get benefits from the VA, SSI, SSDI, or Social Security. Are you wondering when the money will show up in your bank account? To help you prepare ahead of time and take full advantage of this cash bonanza, we have inside knowledge of the deposit dates. But there's still more. We're here to help you every step of the way, so don't worry if the news has you feeling a little overwhelmed or if you have questions. Think of us as your go-to source for guidance and assistance. The Social Security Administration and Department of Veterans Affairs have approved these sizable extra payments in an effort to help seniors, disabled people, and low-income Americans cope with the effects of inflation and growing costs. The infusion of cash is a much-needed lifeline for those receiving Social Security retirement benefits, Social Security disability insurance payments, or supplementary security income, as the expenses of necessities such as food, utilities, housing, and healthcare keep rising. The one-time payment of $1,900 for single people or $3,000 for married couples is among the biggest ones made in the last few years. The same substantial payment amounts also apply to veterans who are receiving VA benefits or compensation. You might be wondering now who is eligible for these additional payments. Your primary need must be that you will still be a beneficiary as of the end of December 2023, according to the criteria that have been disclosed thus far. Therefore, you ought to be qualified for the money if, previous to 2024, you were already receiving Social Security retirement, SSDI, SSI, Virginia compensation, a VA pension, or comparable benefits. There are no restrictions on your income or assets, nor are there any other prohibitions due to your financial status. All eligible beneficiaries will get this payment equally, regardless of their total income or available resources. The objective is to provide funds to as many beneficiaries as possible who depend on these essential assistance programs. A crucial point to note is that each beneficiary will get the $1,900 and $3,000 sums. Therefore, if both spouses are eligible for Social Security benefits, married couples will get a combined payment of $3,800. Additionally, if a veteran's spouse receives Social Security benefits on their own, the combined amount that the household might obtain from the veteran's VA payment and the two Social Security benefits could be as much as $4,900. Regarding the expected time of arrival of this money into your accounts, the present schedule states that payments will start to be made during the first week of May 2024. Payments for Social Security retirement benefits, SSDI, and SSI will be made by the Social Security Administration. The distribution of monies to veterans and their beneficiaries will be handled by the VA. Payments for Social Security recipients are supposed to be made according to your regular monthly benefit schedule and in the same manner. Therefore, the $1,900 or $3,000 will probably arrive around those paydays in early May, depending on when you normally receive your Social Security payment each month. Payments to VA beneficiaries will begin at the beginning of May, but due to the volume, the entire distribution schedule might take a little longer. Veterans are being advised by the VA to monitor their payment accounts beginning in the first week of May and to allow a few additional weeks for payments to be processed entirely. Getting this money to beneficiaries as soon as feasible administratively is the main objective. In an effort to get money into people's hands as soon as possible, the Social Security Administration and the VA are giving priority to these special assistance payments. It's important to remember that these payments are entirely different from the amounts of your regular monthly benefits. They'll be divided up and categorized differently. This is an additional payment made on top of your usual benefits, such as the $1,000 you receive from Social Security, or the $3,500 you receive from VA benefits. Let's now discuss the rationale behind these payments, as well as what to anticipate in terms of eligibility and procedures. Briefings from federal authorities state that the main goal is to give more aid to millions of Americans who are becoming more and more financially burdened as a result of rising consumer prices and inflation. The yearly cost of living adjustments for Social Security and VA benefits were given in 2023, with Social Security receiving one of the largest COLA increases in decades at 8.7%. However, due to the sticky nature of inflation, these larger monthly payouts are still not covering as much as they formerly did. Basic expenses like groceries, rent, Medicare fees, and prescription drugs have experienced dramatic yearly price growth in the region of 8–10%, particularly for individuals on fixed incomes. As a result, even though benefit levels rose significantly this year, many recipients' purchasing power has decreased as COLA increases are offset by generally rising expenses. Many of the same beneficiaries will get payments of $300 or more through the Inflation Relief Payments Program in late 2022. Payments were previously authorized last fall. However, the administration believed that more action was necessary because inflation continued to remain stubbornly high through the end of the previous year and into 2023. The $1,900 and $3,000 payment amounts were reached after intense talks between the White House and congressional leadership. This was a significant approach to increase the amount of money that recipients would have to assist them make ends meet and boost the economy. Although there are indications of a slowdown in inflation, everyday household expenses like as energy bills and gas prices are still very high. Additionally, many seniors on fixed incomes are finding that housing bills, quickly rising mortgage rates, rental costs, and home prices are making budgets tight. Additionally, there is the component of creating a reserve fund or buffer, which allows recipients to set aside a portion of these payments for future emergencies or unforeseen bills. Daily costs continue to be difficult, even as pricing pressures lessen. Both quick assistance and a little extra to cover unforeseen costs are the goals of these contributions. From a logistical standpoint, the payments will be sent automatically in accordance with your enrolled Social Security, SSDI, SSI, or VA benefits. There is no need for any further paperwork or applications. You are eligible for the entire amount if, as of December 31, 2023, you are still an active beneficiary. Prior to the May payment disbursements, official notification letters will be mailed by both organizations. The payment amount, dates, and any other specific instructions to be aware of will be made clear in these letters. However, the majority of beneficiaries may just count on the bonus money to appear on their own without any more action required. The possibility of linking the receipt of these payments to the submission of a 2023 tax return was briefly discussed, but ultimately abandoned. To make things as simple as possible and lower the possibility that any qualified beneficiaries would unintentionally miss out due to paperwork requirements, the automatic payment strategy was selected. One distinctive feature is that this payment will not be offset or have any amounts deducted for things like child support, arrears or back taxes, or student loan defaults. With the intention of maximizing the amount that reaches bank accounts, it is intended to be paid out in full without any garnishments or withholdings. The $1,900 payment amount will also be available to low-income disabled adults receiving disabled child benefits or disabled widows/widowers on Social Security, as the inclusion of adult disabled children was also legislated. Tax-wise, the payments will still be regarded as taxable income even though they aren't being handled or categorized as earned income. In the end, you'll have to disclose the amounts on your federal income taxes for 2024, as well as any state filings that apply. The good news is that these payments have no bearing on eligibility for needs-based federal programs, nor do they contribute against income restrictions or resource tests. Therefore, programs like SSI, Medicaid, SNAP food stamps, and public housing assistance won't be affected or interrupted by the money. Moreover, there is no requirement or earmark for the contributions to be used for any particular purpose. Each beneficiary is free to choose how to use the funds in accordance with their own requirements and financial circumstances. You can spend the money however you see fit, be it for debt repayment, groceries, rent, medical expenses, or just topping off savings. A few important aspects have been established, even though payment method details are still being completed. Like regular monthly payments, the payment for Social Security claimants who have up-to-date direct deposit information on file will be placed straight into your bank account or financial account.